bizarre is this whole situation, Todd? Now that you won, you're still alive, and now you got to wait till tomorrow.
That's all we can do. I mean, we can't wait till tomorrow if we didn't win today. So, it was a gutsy performance. These guys fought hard. It was a hard-fought game. Tough on both sides. We came out with one. We gave ourselves a chance. That's all we can ask for.
Todd, your run defense really stepped up today. Can you just talk about the play of your defensive front?
Did a very good job controlling the line of scrimmage. Winfield had a lot to do with that, coming off the edge, pushing the ball one way. But those guys really did a good job of playing gap control. And, the first time in a long time that we just played the way we're supposed to up front without giving up the big play in the run game.
With so much attention on the receivers, Cade Otton really stepped up. What can you say about the job that he did today?
He did a great job. I mean, with the conditions, it was that type of game. You really couldn't get it outside much in the first half, especially. It rained continuously. So he did a heck of a job on the boots and making some key catches for us. And, he did a good job.
Todd, where will you be watching the game tomorrow? At home? At the facility?
At home.
Todd, just talk about not only the effort of your defense, but the physicality today. It just seemed much different than what we've seen in the last few weeks.
Cansey's a big part of that. When he came back in practice this week, everything picked up. I mean, Green, our receiver, our practice squad receiver, did a heck of a job playing Bryce Young as quarterback and ran those guys around. So we tried to hustle to the ball and everybody to the ball. But Cansey's recommendation, but him coming back from an energy standpoint really took the practice to another level, which carried over in the game.
Lavonte came up with the botched flea flicker there. Can you just talk about his play? I think he may have tied Derek Brooks, but just what he was able to do tonight for the.
Yeah, he tied him for the most tackles of all time. I mean, that's saying something. He always comes up with a big play when you need it, regardless of whether it's a pick, a big hit, an interception. And this was it for him, he went out in true Lavonte fashion. He did a heck of a job. I can't say enough good things about him. His work speaks for itself. What he means to the team, the organization as a whole, you can't replace.
And not just with the big plays and crucial moments, but earlier in the season on such a difficult night when Mike Evans was down in week 7 with that injury, he was standing out there on the field with you when the rest of the guys went back on offense to the huddle and tried to regroup. Just him showing up in a moment like that for his teammate, just what does it say about him as a human being?
Well, him and Mike have been here through the lows and the highs. They've been together a long time, probably the longest tenured two right now, if I may be mistaken by one or two guys. But him and Mike have been through a lot, and they talk about it all the time, their experiences when they first got here to where they are now. So I'm sure that hurt him quite a bit when Mike went down.
Parrish had his highs and lows tonight, Todd. How bright is his future going forward?
It's extremely bright. I mean, he's a heck of a football player. The things he learns. He doesn't make the same mistake twice. He made the pick, but he gave up the play. But he came back and fought and played ball. And he has a corner mentality. He's on to the next play. He doesn't let a whole bunch of things bother him. And, he had a heck of a season for us, and his future's very bright.
They hit another deep shot to get the game close again. What was supposed to happen on that play? They were able to get over
It was pressure, but we're in cover 3. I think Parrish squatted, and then McMillan got by him.
Todd, what does it say? You guys had a few instances in the first half where I hear your voice in my head, shot ourselves in the foot again, but you guys rallied and just pulled through to get the win.
Oh, it's huge. Obviously, the turnover happened, in a pouring down raining situation. You don't want to make that pass in that situation. There was a perennial downpour there, and I think we had a 10-0 lead from playing field position ball right there. So we held strong, and we had to play the next play, and we got past it, and we came up with some turnovers ourselves.
The weather played into the end of the first half. Parrish made the pick with about a minute 52 left on the clock. You had the ball at your own 42, and just didn't seem to really go for the touchdown on that drive. A lot of runs and runs.
Well, the first two downs, it was going. It kind of lightened up a little bit on the third down, but we had just turned it over, and it was really one of those type of games where the ball was slipping out of everybody's hands, so we wanted points for sure.
You could still win the division if you get help tomorrow, obviously, but just in general, is it a disappointing feeling that you're even in this position, that you're not putting on hats and T-shirts right now?
Well, it was disappointing today. It could be jubilation tomorrow. If tomorrow doesn't happen, it'll be disappointing. So, we put ourselves in this situation. We're all grown men about it, and we could have made a ton of plays, but we can't look back and dwell on it. We just got to move forward. And they showed fight tonight, and they showed grit tonight. So we'll just see what happens.
The last 3 losses were lost by a combined 5 points. It was another close one today, but to be able to get back on the right side of those close victories, I'm sure you would have preferred it to not be that close. But the fact that you were able to get a victory regardless of what happens tomorrow, how does that make you guys ultimately feel?
Well, it gives us a chance, even just for 24 hours, it gives us a chance. Obviously, all the games in this league are very close. You don't play too many blowout games and 2-score games. We were on the right side of them in the beginning of the season. We're on the wrong side of them toward the end of the season. So to come out and win this one after losing quite a few and finally win a close game is satisfying.
What's your message for the fans that stuck with this team, Todd? Turned out today in lousy weather.
No, I appreciate them, and the team appreciates them. They show a lot of grit and a lot of fight as well, and a lot of things we do is really for them. It's entertainment for us, and it's entertainment for them as well, but we try to show pride in the city and everything we do, and if we lose, we're going to go down kicking and screaming.
For Evans to come back from a broken collarbone, from Kalijah to come back from a torn pectoral muscle, which he wasn't expected to do, he suffered that in week 2. Just the guys that were able to make it back. Jalen McMillan, broken neck. Just what's that say about those guys and their commitment to their teammates to get back out here?
Those guys are mentally tough. It shows that we're picking the right guys from a toughness standpoint. For those guys to work and get back at it, they could easily taken the season off with a couple losses and just say, well, I'm not trying to go out there, but they're not built like that. We're not built like that as an organization. And for them to come back and put their bodies on the line after coming back from injuries in such a short time, as far as them having been hit on it, it says a lot about all of them.
Coach, on that note, Baker took some unnecessary contact early on, some big plays, but took some hits he probably didn't need to. Did you have to say anything to him, or is there something you have to say about being a little more safe on those drives?
Well, possibly the last game, Baker initiated a lot of those hits, so he wanted the contact and he wanted the action. So it was his way of getting guys going and getting everything together. So that's how he plays, and we got to let him play. If it was probably in the middle of the season, I don't know if he takes those hits like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.